It's the 16th of December, and the word for day is grace. Jesus came into the world, we're told, full of grace and truth, or truth and grace. So today and tomorrow, those are the words. Today it's grace. I know next year is 2024. I think there's a presidential election. I've been following one of the candidates because he seems quite interesting. He says some interesting things. And one of the things he said is, when talking about someone who needs counselling, we live in a cancel culture, he said something foolish, more than foolish, people thought harmful, so we can no longer listen to this person because of what he said. And he said, the presidential candidate, he said, well, if we take that approach with all people, well, then everybody's going to get cancelled. Haven't we all said some foolish things? Haven't we all said some things that are hurtful and unhelpful? And if we take that policy to the human race, we'll be left with the sound of for the rest of time, because we'd all be cancelled, wouldn't we? No, we'd have mercy. We're to pass over some foolish speak and allow people to continue to speak and listen. Have mercy. Forgive. Move on. Well, grace is more than mercy. Mercy would move on from our misspeaking and from our other sins and not want to punish us for them, whereas grace treats us as though we spoke well. Grace treats us as though we didn't sin, but were righteous. Treats us as though we're deserving of kindness, though we are not. Jesus came full of grace, and he came and had mercy upon our sin in not punishing us. But more than that, Jesus took the punishment that we deserved, God took the punishment we deserved, placed it upon Jesus, and then gave us Jesus' righteousness that we didn't deserve. So now we're treated as not according to how our sins deserve, but according to the righteousness of Christ. So God looks upon us with love. He lavishes his love upon us, calls us children of God, as though we lived a righteous life that Jesus lived. That's grace. And then we're to have grace for one another. Treat them not as their sins deserve, but with kindness and love. That is a totally different culture. That's a totally different worldview. Not a cancel culture, but a loving culture.